We're here with inside wide receivers coach Eric Morris as part of our 2012 football position preview. Coach, your thoughts on the spring about the inside receivers? How did they adapt to the new offense?
You know, I think they did a good job for the most part. Obviously there's a lot of things that we still have to work on, as a unit. I don't think they were used to running as much as they did this spring. So a lot of ups and downs, kids coming out and, they come out just like they will in fall camp and they're excited and going 100 miles an hour, and then, about 5 days in, as many routes as they run, they started to hit a wall. So, I think hopefully they had a good summer. Coach Scalzo, gave some good reports, our strength coach, and so I think they'll be in better shape now. But, we have to get more production on a consistent basis. We were up and down a lot throughout the past year, throughout spring, I should say. And so now we're looking for those, 8 guys, as a receiver unit that can be consistent and bring the same level of competition every day to the table.
Talk about a couple returners in ANDREI, LINTZ, Bobby RATLIFF, Bennett Bontemps, and GINO SIMONE, who were kind of atop the depth chart at the beginning of spring. What are you looking for that group? You can certainly add BLAIR to that group, but what are you looking for out of those returners?
Yeah, same thing, just consistency, and that was the big thing with LINTZ during the spring, and which was surprising to all of us as coaches. You come in and you have this big tight end body that you haven't heard a ton about, just as us getting here, as coming back and being productive in the offense. But he was by far the most durable throughout the spring. He's a great receiver. The sky's the limit for him. Now he hasn't accomplished anything on Saturdays yet. He still has a lot to prove. But he's someone that came here every day willing to work and willing to stick his nose in there and block when he didn't have the ball. And he did a pretty good job when he had the ball in his hands. So he made the most of his opportunity. But it's still wide open. I mean, there's no starters here. There's nobody that's caught so many balls for us during the season. So it's wide open, and RATLIFF had a great summer, and he'll push him and then move over the other side. And same thing that we're looking for over there is consistency. And we've told the guys that's who's gonna play around here. So obviously Bontemps is a walk-on that moved his way to the top of the depth chart just because he was there day in, day out, proving that he was the best on a consistent basis. And so, but then same thing, and GINO, has maybe, arguably had the best summer of any of the kids, according to the strength coach's reports. So we'll see. It's still kind of wide open, and we're looking for these kids. But one thing, we got to get better physically and mentally. We got to be able to be a tougher collective unit on the inside receivers.
Talk about a couple newcomers. I mean, Gabriel Marks and Alex Jackson. I mean, a highlight, or the leaders of this incoming class. But talk about a couple of the newcomers, and what are you looking for out of them, or what can we expect from them?
I think all these kids that we brought in will be really competitive, and that's what we want. And we want someone that's going to push these older guys, and they're not going to take a back seat, and that's not what we want them to do. And that's the thing about. The great thing about football is really that we're going to put the best product on the field this year for Washington State, and it doesn't matter what classification you are, how many balls you caught in high school. None of that stuff matters anymore. We kind of throw that all out, and so I know Gabe had a good summer. Alex can really fly. Another kid is Brett Bartolone coming in that is someone that'll start off as an inside receiver, and so we're looking for those guys to come in and push these older guys.
What are you looking for, out of this whole group as a whole? I mean, Jeff Toole had talked about at the Pac-12 Media Day on just repetition, repetition, repetition. Is that the goal of fall camp?
No question. We do get a lot of reps at what we do and try to perfect, our technique. But the biggest thing for me is consistency. I mean, we need a guy that comes and he's ready to work day in, day out, and we want to be, a tough group at the same time. In this offense, receivers turn, 5-yard plays into 50-yard plays with, blocking on the outside. So we're going to try to come together and be a collective unit and play really hard every single play together. That allows us to be in there in a lot of ball games this year and pull some out.